3 bedrooms, 1 level with a great meadow view and gorgeous Saddle Lake Farms. Colleen and David Black, Keller Williams Realty. Call on Colleen.
This is the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Friday morning, the 20th of November. James Spann here. Got a good-looking day today, but wet, beginning to look like the word for the weekend. Let's look at some of the Skycam shots, and boy, isn't that something. I captured that yesterday afternoon about 4:15 as the sun was going down over the Gulf of Mexico. That's the view from the Skycam on top of the Phoenix All Suites. Fantastic. And at the same time, that was the view coming from Demopolis. As we are approaching the winter solstice here, about a month away, the sun goes down over the water at both of those sites. Really nice. And a quick peek at Auburn this morning. The campus of Auburn University is seen from the Skycam down in Lee County. It's clear and cold, colder than forecast. Well, there's the big picture, and you can see our storm system getting its act together over the Texas coastal plain. And that's the one that's going to kind of get things wet here for the weekend. And yeah, it's cold. The guidance had 39 for this morning. Forget that. We've got 32 down at Montgomery. Birmingham at 37. A lot of frost out there, so a chilly morning, but we'll warm up nicely. We'll be in the mid-60s today with a sunny sky, but yeah, look at that rain. Big old mass of rain. Raining this morning in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. It is raining up and down the Texas Gulf Coast. Heavier storms offshore. And that's moving this way. There's the QPF chart for the next 5 days. This thing's putting a bullseye of 7 inches down there around Freeport, Texas. In our state, we still think the heaviest rain will be down south, 2 inches for Mobile. And now the numbers are up to 1 inch for this part of the state as the models have continued to trend northward with this. Initially, it looked like the bulk of the rain would stay way down south. Well, that idea is off the board now. Here's the latest run of the GFS at the time I'm doing this, the 06Z run. This is at noon today at 500 millibars. That's about 18 to 20,000 feet off the ground. The old upper low that brought the clouds and cool weather this week is opening up and lifting through New England. Got the Vortmax around the Rio Grande. That's the one that's going to bring our weekend rain and very deep trough coming into the Pacific Northwest. And down below that, we'll stay sunny. Probably some high cirrus clouds later today and wet over eastern Texas and the Texas Gulf Coast. Tomorrow, here comes our storm. The surface low is just south of Biloxi with rain spreading over pretty much the entire state. Looks like might have to hit the chance of rain during the day a little harder tomorrow. Initially, we thought it might be tomorrow night. Well, this run is faster, and based on the radar trends, I think that's right. So looks like rain will overspread pretty much the whole state by tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow night looks pretty wet. Again, this run a little faster, so some heaviest rain tomorrow night by midnight moving over into Georgia. And then Sunday, we'll see some wraparound moisture back on the backside. There could be some maybe lingering light rain, especially during the morning, but the heaviest stuff by Sunday should be well east of here. Looks like the day will stay mostly cloudy. And then Monday of next week looks like a pretty comfortable day, sunny and pleasant with highs in the 60s. Tuesday. You know, the guidance beginning to be pretty consistent now, and the upper level feature remaining pretty far to the north, and hardly any moisture down here. So, again, there will be a front coming through, but we might mention some risk of a shower late Tuesday or Tuesday night, but no big deal at all. The idea of severe weather is certainly off the board now. And then Wednesday of next week looks like a dry day, and look at the cold air beginning to flood down from the north. This is Thanksgiving Eve, biggest travel day of the year. Good news, no major storms around the nation. Looks very benign. Maybe a few flurries up around the Great Lakes, and that's about it. Very dry, but cold up north. And Thanksgiving Day, the trough is back and very deep intensity there. If this is right, Thanksgiving Day will be cold. The 540 thickness line down to Birmingham, it's going to be windy, brisk. So understand, for now, Thanksgiving Day looks like we might have a hard time getting out of the 40s. Partly sunny, breezy, and rather chilly. And the day after Thanksgiving, that's the Iron Bowl day. Looks great. Probably start the day in the maybe mid to upper 20s, but warm up into the 60s, low 60s, with a sunny sky. Still kind of breezy, but not as windy as Thanksgiving Day seems to be. So no rain there. And we'll go through that following weekend since a lot of folks will be maybe traveling back. That's Saturday the 28th. That looks very nice, dry and comfortable. And for Sunday the 29th, maybe some hint of rain trying to slip in from the west, and it looks like a big snowstorm for Denver if this is right. And, of course, this is all voodoo. We know that. Go out there a couple more days. December the 2nd, boy, that looks cold. Again, we've been watching that very cold air over Alaska. Cold vortex sets up over Indianapolis and much of the east, and it's flooded with very cold air, if this is right. But the consistency has been very good out here. The idea of a pretty good cold snap in early December is certainly on the board. A lot of the teleconnections are showing that. And then on the 5th, the trough shifts back off to the west, and we warm up and maybe get wet. So weather, as always, looks interesting here in the weeks ahead, and we'll be watching, that's for sure. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 3:30 or so today. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.
Each day, there are new stories to tell about the people who live here and the place we call home.
All of the faces that I see, all of the places close to me, they're all part of all the best things about home.
Sharing your stories on ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.